Okay.
Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining us on this Thursday night. We want to welcome you here. And if this is your very first time joining us on our Thursday night virtual sip and share, we want to invite every guest to go ahead and put your full name, your full mailing address, and who invited you here into the chat group, just so that we can mail you out a gift for joining us and taking a few minutes of your time tonight. I apologize. I have this lovely glow on my face, and I'm not sure where it's coming from. I'm like white sometimes. I just have to find that perfect spot. But thanks so much for joining us. We welcome you here tonight. You are going to hear some fabulous stories tonight. You're going to hear some great stories from real people, real stories. They are actually their story. Now, we have asked them to write them out because we want them to stay on track. We want them to be respectful of your time and not get off track, but we don't want them to miss any of the great details of their stories and their testimonies that they want to share. And so with that, we're going to go ahead and get started, and we're going to kick off with our very first testimony tonight. Lucy, are you there? And can you share with us?
Yes, I am. First of all, cheers, everybody. I'm so excited. So, hi, my name is Lucy Bellicini. I live in Westminster, British Columbia, and this is my story. I was in a serious car accident 5 years ago that impacted my whole life. I felt like I was unrecognizable from who I was before. I went from being a happy, active, energetic go-getter that loved life and people to a person that could barely drag myself around my house. From the accident, I had paralysis to half of my body and internal injury would lead to terrible gut problems. Every time I ate a meal, I would end up with extreme pain and bloating. My life revolved around staying very close to a bathroom. I also experienced terrible brain fog and fatigue and spent hours napping every day. My only real outing were to go to appointments with doctors and specialists or to go for tests and scans. I was given numerous rounds of antibiotics, tried different diets, and then 3 years ago, I was diagnosed with SIBO, small intestinal bacterial overgrowth. This condition caused incredible gut pain. And then Irene called me and invited me to a Plexus presentation just like this one on July 16, 2020. I attended, and after hearing other people's story, I had a strong feeling that I was supposed to get on those products, so I enrolled and placed an order for Triplex. I got my product and started slowly with just a pink drink, and I was free of gut pain after the very first drink. I also went through the whole day with no nap and a clear head. It was unbelievable to me, but the same has continued every day since. I feel like the energized bunny because I have so much energy and I'm driving my husband crazy because I'm running around doing all the things that I've been missing for the past 6 years. I still have no pain, no even when I eat, although I still follow a strict diet. Gone too is the swelling in my leg. In fact, I'm even able to cross my leg, which I haven't done for 5 years. And the bathroom has just become another room in a house, not a place where I have to spend a good part of my day. Going out of the house before was a chore. Now it's a blessing and I'm getting down it daily. It has been almost 8 months since I started. So let's talk about my result. I had a lump on my neck and it's gone. I lost 57 pounds, 26 kilos. This is amazing. Prior to Plexus, my waist would start out at 35 inches in the morning, and with all the bloating that I experienced during the day, it would be at 45 inches by the end of the day. It was so painful, and I couldn't even see my feet. I lost 10 inches from each leg and 7 inches from each arm. I'm walking 20,000 steps a day, fewer trips to the bathroom. My skin is super soft, my nails are very strong, and I realized a few days ago that I can burp again. My hair is thicker and darker and no heartburn or hot flashes anymore. I'm not snorting anymore as I used to wake myself up because I was so loud thinking it was my husband. But no, it was me. The key for my success is consistency because I missed my product once, I felt it right away, and I know I never wanted to feel that ever again, previous to Plexus. I'm so grateful that Irene called me and shared this with me, and I can't wait to see what continues to happen. stay tuned and I will keep you posted. Thank you for listening to my story. I just want to show you my top. I was waiting for this. So this is the top that I had when I was 57 pounds more. And it was fitting me. So this is me. This is little me now. Anyway, thank you for listening to my story. Thank you, everybody.
Oh, thank you, Lucy. Thank you so much for sharing with us. We absolutely appreciate that. And that's the thing is that these stories never get old. The testimonies that people share on a weekly basis never get bored of hearing them because they are so life-changing. And so if you are a guest here for the very first time and you have never joined one of our virtual sip and shares, then I want to invite you to put your full name, your full mailing address, and who invited you here into the chat group so that we can mail you out a gift just for spending a few minutes with us tonight. And so we're going to carry on with some incredible testimonials. Cassia, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here, Leanne.
Great.
Hi, everyone. So I'm Cassia, and this is my testimony. My Plexus journey started in March of 2015, but my type 1 diabetes story started long before. At the age of 4, I was diagnosed with type 1. Type 1 diabetes is where your pancreas quits working altogether. No insulin is produced, and you have to control your blood sugars with insulin. Type 2 is where your pancreas doesn't create enough insulin for your body's needs. This can usually be treated 3 ways: diet and exercise, medication, or both, and can be reversed. From the age of 4 to the age of 12, I had seizures and more hospital trips than I care to recall. I was scared that the next seizure I wouldn't wake up from. I was even more scared that if I had one at school, no one would know what to do. I started running my blood sugars really high. In 2004, I had my first near-death experience. A year later, I had my second near-death experience and was diagnosed with a condition called gastroparesis. That is what stops or slows the motion of food from your stomach to your small intestines. This was my wake-up call. This would only be the beginning of the complications. This is where the true diabetes roller coaster began. I tried different types of insulin. At one point, the insulin had removed my ability to feel low. Now, that was beyond scary for me, since if you remember, I was prone to seizures. I even paid $7,000 and bought an insulin pump, a device that is supposed to emulate a pancreas. Nothing worked. I was losing hope. I was told no babies, it would be too risky, and I was classified as a brittle diabetic. I had no hope of getting better. All I had was a way to try and maintain my life as long as I could. Then my mom and dad started taking Plexus. My mom kept sending me testimonies and would tell me all the wonderful stories of how Plexus helped other diabetics and I should try it. I was so skeptical. Yeah, it worked for type 2 diabetics, but what about a type 1? So she started sending me stuff on type 1s. She finally sent me a story about a young type 1 diabetic who talked about her A1Cs, which is your overall blood sugar level in a 3-month period. Her story was more like mine than any other story I had read. I knew it was time to try Plexus. Within a month of taking Plexus Slim, ProBio, and BioCleanse, my sugars were coming down. I was decreasing my insulin, and I swear my gastroparesis was no longer, or at least I was not having the pains and issues with it like I was. And instead of my sugars rising an hour after I eat, it was instant. Plexus has changed my life. It has saved me. It has given me hope for my future. Right now, my blood sugars are ranging between 8 and 10, which is almost perfect. A far cry from the 24 they were at before. Fast forward to 2020, and we have adopted a beautiful baby girl who I actually have the life to spend with her now because of Plexus. So that's my story.
Thank you so much. Like I said, these stories are so life-changing. They never get old. Even if you've heard bits and pieces of them before, they are fantastic. And so thank you both for sharing your on the call tonight, and I want to make sure that every guest has the opportunity to receive a free gift from us. So if you are here as a guest and this is your very first time here joining us on this Thursday night call, I want to invite you to put your full name, your full mailing address, and who invited you here into the chat group so that we can get that gift mailed out to you. Now, you've heard these great testimonials and you're probably thinking, okay, there was maybe some product names dropped in there of what they were taking or how they got started. Well, let me introduce you to Miss Krista Howland, and she's going to take just a few minutes to talk to you about our 3-product system that is such a power-packed punch. Okay. This is where probably 95% of people get started. And the reason why is because it's so life-changing, simple, easy, and very effective. So Krista, are you there? And can you tell us about the Triplex package?
I sure can. Thank you, Leanne. And this is a triplex. It is a group of 3 products that we don't like to really call our unicorn supplements, although sometimes we think magical things do happen from them. So the pink drink that I'm going to start with is, there's 2 different flavors and 2 different sizes. So you can see the difference in the size here. This one here, they're both exactly the same. There's only one difference between each one. This one has a prebiotic, which actually helps to look after your belly fat. So that's always fun to do, right? So this has a prebiotic in it. This one's called the Microbiome Activating Slim. This one is the Hunger Control Slim. It's a little bit bigger, and the reason why is because it has double the polydextrose, which is a soluble fiber, than the microbiome activating one does. So this one helps you to feel fuller longer. Both of them do amazing things. Just like Cassia had mentioned about her blood sugar balancing and her diabetes, Plexus Slim was created for diabetics. So it helps to balance your blood sugars, helps to balance your lipid levels, your cholesterol, your blood pressure. Amazing things can happen just on this pink drink. But we also added to that for the triplex, the ProBio CA if you're in Canada, or we have ProBio 5 if you're in the States. We like to say that the Canadian one is better, but that's out for debate. Both of them are amazing. So the ProBio CA, I'm in Canada, so I'll explain about that one, has a mixture of probiotics, enzymes, and an antibacterial, along with some superfoods. This probiotic does amazing things for our population in Plexus. A lot of the stories start from the foundation of the triplex, like Leanne said. In this probiotic, I will go up against anybody to find this on the market as formulated as this is. It is really, really incredible. And then because a lot of our products help to flush out toxins in the body, we want something to take that out of the body. So we have BioCleanse. Don't let the name fool you. It's not going to have you rush into the washroom and embarrassed. It's a gentle cleanse that we take daily. And I've been with Plexus for 7 years and have been taking the BioCleanse every night for 7 years. And it oxygenizes and energizes your system. It also helps with collagen reproduction. So that's always great for your skin, right? The pink drink actually helps with your skin too, because there's a ingredient in there, the alpha lipoic acid, that helps with your skin also. So amazing, amazing, great products. And together, like Leanne said, they're foundational to everything else, because we have a couple other really great products too in our lineup. But most generally, everybody starts with the triplex because we want that blood sugar balancing. We want great gut health. And then we also want a cleanse to help to keep ourselves cleansed or free of all the toxins that the products are going to slough into the system. So Leanne, back to you.
Thank you so much. I always love to share this little tidbit after we explain the triplex and the 3 simple products. It's where probably 95% of people start. And so let me just tell you this. When I tell you this statistic, we're not just talking about hundreds of people or even thousands of people. We're talking about hundreds of thousands of people that take these products. And so if you're brand new and this statistic blows your mind, it should, because 3 months. So 3 products for 3 months, 87% of people are still on them a year later because they are that life-changing. These few stories that you're going to hear tonight, there are thousands and thousands and thousands of those stories out there. And so that's why those 3 simple products are so life-changing, because they actually do work for the masses. And so we're going to share a couple more stories with you. Suzette, are you there? And can you share with us?
Hey, everyone. So why did I try Plexus? My husband, that's why. And it's a running joke in our house, actually. He was having some gut issues and wanted to try the products. And those of you who know us know that we always do everything together. So I was like, if you're doing it, I'm doing it too. Now, I wasn't having any major concerns in my health, but I thought it can't hurt, right? We can all be a little bit healthier. So we both started on the triplex. And let me tell you, I didn't realize I felt bad until I started feeling really good. I started noticing little things like my energy increased. I wasn't experiencing those 3 o'clock slumps at my desk anymore in the afternoon. I used to pop Advil like candy for headaches, and I noticed I wasn't having as many now. Every now and then I would get cramps in my legs at night, which would wake me up. Those subsided. I have psoriasis on my scalp that flares up from time to time. And having my hair dyed used to be so painful. You know, us women, we do what we have to do. My scalp would burn so bad as I sat in that chair. But I remember the day that I had my hair done and it was actually relaxing. It didn't burn anymore. My sleep improved dramatically. And what do I mean by that? I didn't have issues falling asleep. I had trouble waking up. And within days, actually, I noticed I was waking up feeling alert and ready to take on the day. Let's talk about hormones. Once I started VitaBiome and X Factor, I felt like there was a switch flipped on in my body. That's the only way that I can describe it. My skin, oh my goodness. I don't wear much makeup anymore because my skin is much smoother and much more vibrant. I don't want to cover it up. It's been over 5.5 years now, and I'm still taking the products, still feeling fabulous and sharing it with all my friends because I know I have something that can help so many, even if they don't think they need it like I did. So last year I'd gotten a little off track with everything that was going on. And I never stopped taking my product, but my eating habits weren't what they should have been. So in January of this year, I joined a reset challenge that Plexus put on. And let me tell you, it was the best thing I could have ever done. It helped me get back on track, the accountability, the support. It was just fabulous. And it encouraged me to move my body every day. And I'm happy to say that today was day 109. I haven't missed a day since January 4th of moving my body. I've never committed to exercising in this way before, and it feels so good. The other day, someone asked me, how much weight have you lost? And they were surprised when I said, I'm heavier now than I was back then. But it's not about the scale for me. It's about getting healthier. But I can say this, that I've lost 14.5 inches since January 4th. It's all about being healthy. And I would recommend this to everybody here on the call. I can tell you now, you will not regret it.
Thank you so much for sharing with us. We absolutely appreciate it. And if you haven't noticed, my skin is glowing tonight. It's like illuminating off of the screen. And I don't have any makeup on. And I use our skincare products as well. So I hope I found a little better lighting here where I'm not completely whited out. But like I said, these stories don't ever get old. I love hearing these stories. I love hearing the testimonies and how these products have completely changed lives. And so we have one more story for you tonight that we want to share. Brittany, are you there?
Hi, everybody. Can you hear me?
Yes.
All right. So my name is Brittany Einstein Fernandez, and this is my story. I was first introduced to Plexus from my friend Lindsay Wilcox on her Facebook page. I would watch her posts, and I was checking off the boxes that she was sharing with all the issues that I was experiencing, and there was a lot of them. I shared this information with my husband, whose first response was, "Don't even bother, it's a pyramid scheme." And so I didn't. And I left it alone. But I was completely enticed by the testimonials that I continued to watch on Lindsay's post. And I did. I watched them over and over. So here's my backstory. When I hit my late 30s, my digestive tract seemed to stop working. I had spent hundreds of dollars on probiotics and would try to eat better, exercise like crazy, and would silently be doubled over in pain from the cramping and bloating. I did have some instant relief, but then it would stop working. Back to square one, yet another product to try. I have thyroid issues and actually have had one half of it removed. And an extremely sensitive disposition to literally everything. So I was nervous to try something new. So fast forward a decade later, and I'm still dealing with the exact same issues, but now add depression into the mix and a spare tire that no matter what I did, I couldn't get rid of. I was tired all the time, moody, and generally just never felt 100%. I work a very active job and would have great looking arms and legs, but started wearing larger t-shirts to hide the tire that just would not leave my body. The internet advised me that at my age, I needed to start high intensity training to shake up my metabolism and get rid of that spare tire. And I tried doing it, but let me tell you, the internet was wrong. So that was it. I finally told my husband, I'm going to give this a shot. If nothing else, I'll get my money back in 60 days. Well, let me tell you, within 1 week, I could go to the bathroom, not once a week. Yes, that's 4 times a month, people, but every day. The cramping and bloating was gone. My 3-month-old baby bloat was completely eliminated. I could sit down and tie my shoes without feeling pregnant. I started sleeping better. Bye-bye daily melatonins. My mood started to improve. See you later antidepressants that my doctor suggested I go on. My extreme hives that have taken me to the hospital that 4 doctors could not diagnose completely vanished. This one blew me away. I wasn't even anticipating this. No more cortisone creams, no more scratching my skin until I bruised and bled. Swelling in my face went down. My skin even started looking brighter. My headaches have dissipated. My energy has increased. My eating is reduced significantly. And I do not crave sweets anymore. Before this last lockdown, I was hitting the dollar store and buying chocolate daily. That's gone. My PMS is night and day. My husband was the one who pointed this out. Normally his words are, here we go again, when that starts. And now it's, what, you're on it? Big difference there. So here's the real kicker. By week 3, my mother noticed a difference in my mood and demeanor. And my husband told me, never stop taking these products. Remember, this is the one who said, don't you dare start taking this. Now he's saying, don't stop. My daughter hugged me and her response was, wow, because guess what? That spare tire is melting. So far I've only lost 5 pounds, but my shape has completely changed. It's the night and day. So I, having said all of this, I have 2 regrets about Plexus. One, that I was so skeptical that I did not take my before pictures. I did not anticipate such a drastic difference so fast. I'm really sad I didn't. I'm going to take them now again. And 2, that I didn't start this earlier. I wish when my gut was telling me just do it, I wish I did it. But you know what, moving on. So Gut Balance, I'm a lifer with Plexus. Thank you, Lindsay, for sharing these products with me. It's life-changing and I am so happy to be part of the Plexus family. Thank you.
Thank you so much for sharing. Again, these stories have been fantastic. I just want to thank each and every one of you for sharing your testimonies with us tonight. I know sometimes people are nervous to share, but if you can step out and it changes just one person's life, then you've done what you were asked to do, So we thank you for sharing your stories tonight. If you are a guest, this is the last time I'm going to mention it. You've got a couple minutes left before we wrap this up. If you're a guest and this is the very first time that you're here, we want to get you a gift. So please enter your full name, your full mailing address, and who invited you here into the chat group so that we can get that mailed out to you. So you've heard some great stories from real people, real stories, real results. And that's where 95% of people start. But how do you get started? Well, let me just take a couple minutes and tell you what you can do. So if you think of it like Costco charges a one-time annual membership fee that gives you access to their warehouse to get everything inside at wholesale pricing. It's the same idea here. We have a one-time annual membership fee that's normally $53 in Canada and $39.95 in the States. And so right now it's on 25 once, and that gives you access to get wholesale pricing on everything in our product catalog. And so that gives you about 25% personal website. It gives you your virtual office, gives you a referral link. You know what? Our business is built upon referrals, and we all social share nowadays. You're doing it whether you realize it or not, but I can guarantee you this: you're likely just not getting paid for it, even though you're sharing. I always say to people, if I got referral fees for my hair or my nails, I would have those services for free for life, because I send people to my salon all the time. I send people to the nail salon. I take people with me. I don't ever even get a discount for bringing people to those places. We social share the things that we love, and our businesses are built upon referrals. And so the company gives you a referral link, which is a really powerful little tool that if you just want to offset the cost of your products, get your products paid for, we can help you do that. If you want to make some extra income, and I think in this day and age, everybody needs to realize that your 9 to 5 is not as secure as you maybe once thought it was, because the world has changed and so many things are changing overnight. You need to have a second stream of income and believe in multiple streams of income. And this right here is an opportunity that is like no other. So in your $9.95 membership, you get your own personal website, you get a virtual office, and you get that referral link that you can use to your advantage and be able to share with friends, family, coworkers, or people out there in social media world. So all of that's included, along with you get a discount on your first 30 days. Your first 30 days, and that's called a welcome pack. That first initial welcome pack of 30-day supply of product is discounted below wholesale for your first time order. It's normally $109 in the United States and $140 in Canada. But I just want to bet you this, that if you get back to the individual that invited you here and you're ready to get going, that they probably have an extra discount code that they might just have tucked in their back pocket that will bring that price down even more. So I want to encourage you to get back with the individual that invited you here. All of our products come with a full 60-day money-back guarantee, so you have no risk, only reward to get started. Trust me, you are going to want to make 2021 your best year yet. And so don't wait to get started. Jump in, try the products, see what happens, and bring a few friends with you, because we are just getting started with 2021 and there's so much of the year left. So we would love for you to join us, get back to the friend that invited you, and they will help answer any other questions and get you started properly. Thank you so much for taking the time to join us tonight. We appreciate your time, and we just want to say thank you again for taking the time with us tonight.
Awesome. Great meeting tonight, everybody. Thank you for sharing.
Thank you so much.
Great.
Such good testimonies. Thank you, Lucy. Thank you, all the other ladies.
Good testimony.
Thank you.
Great night.
Thank you.
Great, Suzette.
Have a good night.
Night.
Good night.
Thank
Good night, everybody. Have a wonderful week.
Good night.
Thank you. Stay well.